I'm 3 minutes into this video and I still can't do an intro. Hey guys, my name is Andrea. If you're new to my channel, I do lifestyle content, nursing school content, and everything in between. And if you're coming back, well, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I fell off a little bit because there was a little change to my lifestyle recently. So I just had to get back on track, but I am back and I want to upload more content, and I'm ready for this. Like, I want to go ham. So today this video will be about the top 10 things I wish I would have known before going into nursing school. And I hope this video does help people, because for me, I had to learn it on my own. This is the second nursing school I am in. Not saying that I failed out of the first one. It just wasn't a good fit. So I dropped out of that nursing school and got into a different one. So I have had my battles. And if you guys would like to know more about that, leave a comment down below. And I would definitely make a video about my journey getting to the nursing school I am in now. So with that being said, I'm just going to jump right in. And I hope this video can answer many questions that a lot of people have about nursing school and what to expect and how to approach it. So number one is be prepared to study. I know this might seem like a no-brainer. A lot of people might be like, duh, you're in nursing school, what would you expect? But you would be surprised how many people come into nursing school assuming that it's gonna be like prerequisites like chemistry or A&P or English class or math class. It's not like that. You really have to be prepared to study. You really have to organize your time and be prepared to sit down on your butt and study, whether that means reading or writing down notes or reading over what you did today in class. Be mentally prepared to do that and find a way that works for you. With that being said, I'm going right into number 2. So number 2 is find a study group. This might also seem like a no-brainer. I don't know why I'm repeating that twice. It might really feel like a no-brainer. Like, of course, study groups are good. When it comes to nursing school, it's kind of like every man for themselves, but at the same time, it's not. It's a collaborative thing. You know, you work as a team. And one thing my professor always told us is that nursing students are like eagles. Eagles or birds in general. Birds flock in a group. They don't go from the cold to the hot by themselves. They go as a big group, and one leads, and when that one is tired, they come all the way to the back and somebody takes their place and keeps directing the group to where they need to head, where their goal is. So with that being said, I'm saying that because my professor really made an analogy when she said that, because you're gonna find yourself in a rut sometimes, and those study groups are gonna really pick you up. Though the students you study with are really gonna pick you back up, and they're gonna help you, and they're gonna make sure that you know what you're doing, and you know that you know the material, because sometimes we could tell ourselves like, what did I study all day? Like, that can happen. So when it comes to study groups, you really want to make sure that you're not studying only with your friends. It's okay to study with your friends. I'm not saying not to, but just keep in mind that it's not playtime. This is not to chit chat, to gossip, to hang out. This is to study. This is to sit down and say, what do you know that I don't know and that you can teach me? And what do I know that you don't know that I can teach you? And what can we teach each other? And what can we go over to learn better and stronger, and really, you know, glue it to your mind? Because studying by yourself can be great, but when you study with somebody else and they have a question and you never thought about that question, boom. Right there, you just learned something new that you didn't think you. So tip number 3 is to find what way works for you for studying. I expressed this in my last nursing video, but I wanted to elaborate a little bit more. When I say to find out what works for you, don't wait till you're final to find out what works for you. Because if you wait till your final, I guarantee you, you're probably gonna have to retake that class. And it's gonna suck, not only if you have to retake a class, but if your school is like my school, where you can only retake one class throughout your whole nursing school journey, it's going to suck. Especially if it's like fundamentals or health policy or health assessment, where the class should be a little bit easier, the material should be a little bit easier, and you flunk it, and now you're at med-surg a year and a half later, and you're kind of failing, and you don't have a second chance. So keep that in mind. Try to find what works for you best by studying and then practicing some questions and see if the information stuck in your head. Or maybe study and then go to a library or something and print out many questions and see if you can answer them correct. Get a answer bank or whatever and see if you got them right. See if what you did at home actually worked for you. Don't cheat either. Don't kind of answer questions but you're looking at your notes. No. Really test yourself, because this is where you learn more about yourself, which leads me into number 4, and that is grow. Learn about yourself. This is a time where you really want to challenge yourself. You really want to see who you are, and this is the make it or break it. Like, this is literally where you see, okay, am I an actual adult where I can say, okay, it's time for study and it's time for play, or am I all play? Am I all child? Take these years of nursing school to really learn about yourself in a way that find what makes you happy. Is it eating healthier? Is it exercising? While you're in nursing school, you learn a lot, not only about yourself, but you're gonna learn a lot about other people and their habits, and you're gonna start realizing them in yourself. So I know it might sound really cliche, like, well, you're growing up. No, I'm serious. Like, you're gonna know if this is what you want to do. Leading me up to number 5 is ask yourself if this is what you want to do. Ask yourself, because a lot of people do nursing for the wrong reason, whether it being money, whether it being the rep of, oh, you're a nurse, wow, that's great. A lot of people do it for the wrong reasons. So don't be that statistic that goes into nursing school, and then once it's time to wipe somebody's butt, you're like, what? I'm doing what? No. Don't be that person. Figure out if this is what you really want to do. Ask yourself, do you see yourself doing X, Y, and Z? Do you see yourself changing IVs? Do you see yourself, rubbing lotion on somebody's skin who might have that scaly, dry skin? Do you picture yourself suctioning a trachea? Do you see yourself doing these things with bodily fluids that a lot of people don't think about? They just think, oh, I'm a nurse, I'm gonna be making a good amount of money, I don't care what I have to do. Don't do that, because you're gonna, not only you're gonna waste your time, but you're also gonna waste your money. School's very expensive, and it's gonna suck if you go into school and you do all of this and then you get to work and you're not happy. So my best tip probably of all 10 is to please ask yourself, is this what you want to do? And if it isn't, find something that works for you. Maybe it's still in the health field, maybe it's just not a nurse. It sucks when I see people dropping from classes, or people that I've met like, oh, I kind of did it, but then I found something else. I wanted to be an accountant, I wanted to be a lawyer. Come on, like, really see if this is what is meant for you. And that's probably my biggest advice, seriously, from this whole 10. My biggest advice before you do anything, before you even apply, Before you take that HESI, before you take that Kaplan, before you anything, ask yourself that. For tip number 6, it would be to mentally prepare yourself for a different social life. I'm not saying that you're gonna have no friends. I'm not saying you're not gonna ever go out. I'm not saying you're not gonna enjoy your weekends. I'm saying that it's a different lifestyle once you go into nursing school. Your friends are not gonna help you pass those tests. They're not gonna be there holding your hand when you fail those tests. And unfortunately, nursing school is mostly based off a test. So it's on your score. It depends on your score on those tests that will make it or break it. That will tell you if you go on to the next semester or not. So keep in mind that maybe that Thirsty Thursday party is not for you, boo, because you had a test Friday morning. Keep that in mind. And don't take one day for granted. Seriously, if you know you have to study even for 2 hours and you really want to go out, study for an hour. Go out, come back at a reasonable time so you can wake up early and go over your notes. You know, be smart. You don't have to lose your social life entirely. You know, your friends, your real friends will understand when you can't hang out. Your family should understand and hopefully will understand when you can't go to that family event because you have a big test on Tuesday. They'll understand. Trust me. So remember, it's only 4 years of your life if you're doing a bachelor's, or 2 years if you're doing an associate's. So take that time to really do good in school, and then when you're done, boom, every family event. So tip number 7.
Ooh, this grinds my gears. And for all those people watching this who do this, you grind my gears.
Guys, when you get a nursing job and you're late more than twice with no actual excuse, they gonna fire your butt. You're not gonna stay there for long. They're gonna find a replacement who really wants their job and who will get there on time. With that being said, class is just as important. Don't get yourself a bad rep. That is my tip number 6. Don't be that person who has a bad rep. That every time we go to class and there's somebody missing so we can't start the test, is because of that one person. Or we can't go upstairs to the clinical floor because we're missing that one person. Or, hey, you know, it's 15, 20 minutes class we're into. Has anybody seen this person? Can you text them? Don't be that person. Don't be late to everything. It freaking sucks when that one person brings the whole team down. And like I said, nursing school, it is like a team. So don't be that person who's always late, because it really sucks. Plus, it sucks on you because now the professors are not really going to pay attention to you as much. They're not gonna believe you the 4th time when you say you got a flat tire. They're not. So if I was you, seriously, take it very serious. When your class is at 8:30, get there at 8:20. When you're on time, you're actually late. So be there before the time you're supposed to be there. Like that, you can get to class on time. You can get that front row seat, and you can show your professor that you're there to learn. Seriously, it means the most. So tip number 7 is read before going to class. I know this might mean like an obvious one, but seriously, read before going to class. It has been, what, 3 semesters now? Yeah, I'm going into my 3rd semester, and it is obnoxious to even sit in a classroom where half of the kids don't know what the hell is going on. Like, that is sad. Seriously, you want to be a nurse? So act like a nurse. Study like a nurse, because a life is going to depend on you one day. So imagine if you're not prepared for that. That's going to suck. So go into class making believe you're saving somebody's life, because seriously, you will shine brighter than all the other stars. Guarantee you. When a professor asks a question the 7th time and you're the only one with your hand up, and they look at you
You're like, girl, you cannot answer no more questions. I need to see if your classmates know something.
that means something. That means you're prepared. She knows you know that your material. My point is, be prepared, because they're not going to teach you from page 1 to page 1,300. they're not going to teach you everything in that textbook. So the best you can do is either read the chapter or skim through the chapter, and you can go into class with an idea of what you will be learning that day, so you can kind of get the ball rolling. You know what I mean? Go into class, answer some questions, and that way you also test yourself. You also see how much you really know from your own, knowledge. So tip number 8 is that 2 combined. With that being said, is ask questions. That is part 8. Ask questions. No question is a stupid question. You're a student. You're there to learn. You're there to ask questions. You're there to reassure anything you might know or you might be thinking about. You're there to raise your hand, and the professors are getting paid for this. That's what they're there for, is to help you and to teach you. So if you don't know anything, raise your hand. The more you ask, that shows them that you're trying to actually learn. So ask the questions. Part B to this is be hands-on. Do things. When the professor asks us, hey, who wants to be a volunteer? Raise your hand. Don't be afraid. Go out there and do it. Because when you start clinicals, your second or third semester, it is scary. Like, you're gonna be behind everybody, like hiding in a corner, and you don't want to do that. You want to be hands-on. You want to raise your hand and say, I want to give that heparin first. You know what I mean? I want to be the first one to do it, or I want to change that diaper, or I want to help reposition that patient every 2 hours. You want to be that person. So the best thing you could do is start off in the classroom around people you already know. Like that, when you get into the clinical setting, you're not as scared and timid, and it comes more naturally of you. So that's literally like a really, really good tip, and I hope a lot of you guys use that tip, because it will make such a difference. And you'll start noticing yourself after seeing this video. You'll start questioning yourself, like, oh, the professor just asked, like, who wants to be the first person to draw up from a vial? Should I do it? Am I gonna make a mistake? It's okay. Step up. Do, actually participate and do something, and that will help your confidence a lot. Number 9. This is more a materialistic thing, but buy yourself a good backpack. I say this because your regular purse that you use for, work or going out, or maybe you used to use it for school before, is not gonna help you. It's actually gonna be like it's actually gonna be a big con for you. You're gonna hurt your back. You're gonna have to carry really heavy textbooks and really heavy binders, and that book bag just might not be for you. With that being said, I don't mean go to TJ Maxx and get a Kate Spade book bag or a Betsy Johnson book bag. No, I mean get a real book bag, whether it be Jan Spore or North Face or Herschel, like this one. I have the all black one. You definitely want to get something that works for you and that's comfortable for you, especially if you're traveling, maybe a car or maybe a bus, maybe a train, or if you're walking, you never know. Just, you really want to be as comfortable as you can be, and you're going to be carrying a lot of things. So get yourself a good backpack so you can take care of your back, so later on you can take care of somebody else's. And my last but not least tip is to join in. You know what I mean? If your school is doing a nursing bake sale, or maybe they're doing a health day where they need the student nurses to go take blood pressures and stuff like that, go and do it. Show your face, show the community, show the school, show your professors that you are part of this organization. You know what I mean? Nurses work hard to get the rep they have. They don't get respected the way they do for no reason. Like, we have worked hard throughout the years, since Florence. Like, don't play that, seriously. So show your face out there and really get engaged, because when you're a nurse, there is no shyness. There is none of that. You really want to get out there and you really want to show people who you are, and the first step is at school. I know it might sound crazy, but really, it's at school. Get familiar with the community and learn from your peers, and really enjoy it, because nursing school can be so tough, but it can be so fun. Going into this next semester that I just started now, at first I was kind of scared, a little bit depressed. My boyfriend did leave for the army, so I am kind of like by myself, or whatever, for a little while. So that kind of brought me down. But the minute I went back into school and I saw all my classmates and I saw my professors and they know what I'm going through, it kind of warmed my heart just to know that like we're a little community, you know what I mean? And in reality, some of those classmates are going to be some great friends of yours later on down the road. So enjoy your time while you're in nursing school. Learn a lot. If you slack off, pick yourself back up. Seriously, it's not the end of the world. We got so many chances in life, so just keep going. Seriously. So, I know we have reached the end of the video. I just wanted to say I have been through a very, very tough journey to end up where I am now. And I know a lot of you must be thinking like, oh my God, you went from one nursing school to another. If you guys are really interested in a video, wanting to know what happened with my first nursing school and how I did get into a different nursing school, leave a comment down below and you can ask me any questions there that I would love to answer in another video. And I hope this video really answered a lot of your questions, and I hope it got you a little bit more mentally prepared to, know what to do when you go into your next semester. I hope this video finds everybody well. If you did like it though, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below and turn on the bell notification so you can know when I do upload a new video. Any questions, please leave it down below. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.